Lacy was really artistic and funny and shy and not competitive at all. She was very princess-like, very kind and compassionate to other people. Everybody would tell her their problems. She would do really thoughtful things, like for every birthday she would make me a little special gift, and she would have tea parties for her girlfriends, and she would make name tags, and she was just very sweet and thoughtful and very strong in her beliefs. She was sweet. I think sweet would be a good description of her. Well, it was a Friday night, and she had to work until 10, and so hadn't seen her much that day, and she was getting ready to go out to be with her friends. And that morning I woke up, and there wasn't a message on the whiteboard, so I went to her room to give her a kiss, and she wasn't in there. So I started calling her cell phone at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I just kept calling and calling, and her phone was turned off. I got this really bad feeling in the pit of my stomach that something horrible had happened.
Our top story, a young college student missing for 3 days. 7 News reporter Lance Hernandez is in Fort Collins.
Lance, give us the latest on the search for Lacy.
Well, that search actually began right here because this is where her car was found, about a half block from where she lives. It has since spread to other parts of the city.
We just started searching. We just started looking. It was awful. We were just looking through the park, and I remember turning over things and moving bushes, and we ran out of sunlight. You know, at 5 o'clock it was dark, and the next day I went to Kinko's and made a bunch of flyers and went to church. Asked my pastor if he would put her picture up, if everyone from the church could meet me at noon at my house, and we could just start searching and handing out flyers and asking what happened to her. And I just was really feeling like time was running out for me. Well, on Monday night they told us it was turning into a homicide investigation, but they wouldn't tell us why. And that's when it really upset Mark. You know, my husband, he lost it, and he started crying. And Tuesday night, 11:30 at night, they came to my door and said that Lacy was dead.
The parents of Lacy Miller have been told she is dead, but where's her body? Police in Fort Collins continue to search for the missing 20-year-old college student.
I don't know how you do a life without Lacy. She's a bright light, and the world's a dimmer place.
Lacy's friends, who spent their final night with her on Friday, today remain in shock.
Yeah, just make sure that she knows exactly how much we care about her and love her. And hopefully she did.
22-year-old Jason Clausen was arrested by police last night here in Fort Collins, just a few blocks away here from the police station.
Startling new details tonight in the murder investigation of Lacy Miller. Tonight, police acknowledge Lacy's killer may have been posing as a police officer.
Well, I had been suspicious in the beginning that someone, like a police officer or somebody, had tricked her into getting out of her car. And I thought it was a felony to impersonate a police officer. And it was only a $15 traffic fine to have police lights on your car. It's the lights that were the ploy that he used. Without those, he couldn't have pulled her over. He couldn't have stopped her. He couldn't have tricked her. What happened is that we all have choices, and this person, whoever this person is, decided to choose something that was wrong and took our baby away, and that was wrong, and that was a choice, and that wasn't God's will. Lacy was really creative. She always did things in different colors. So this was a little thing that was right by her bed and in her room. I'm not afraid of storms, for I am learning how to sail my ship, Helen Keller. Live your life from your heart, share from your heart, and your story will touch and heal people's souls. Believe that life is worth living, and your belief will help create the fact. You can give without loving, but you cannot love without giving. What we do for ourselves dies with us. What we do for others and the world remains and is immortal. And then I can't read the one she quoted from Britney Spears. That's just terrible. Sorry, Lace, we're not reading that one. Other things may change us, but we start and end with family. Darkness cannot drive out darkness, only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. Martin Luther King. The soul would have no rainbow had the eyes no tears. Without a struggle, this is from my hero, without a struggle there can be no progress, Frederick Douglass. I guess I feel the luckiest and the most blessed because I've gotten to see Lacy every day of her life for 20 years. I didn't miss a kiss. I didn't miss a terrible junior high music recital. I didn't miss anything. I went to everything. And I wanted her. I wanted to have her, and I got to see her all the time. And I feel so lucky that God picked me to be her mom. You know, of all the moms, I got to have her. So I feel really bad that, especially for police officers and the people that found her, that you got to get in on the bad part of the story when there's 20 years of a good story. And please don't stop praying, because we all need prayer to get us through this, and think good thoughts. And don't fight over stupid stuff, because it really doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just, in the scheme of things, isn't that big a deal.
How can I view this world where you are so cold? How can I see through the tears when all I hear is you calling out so alone, hoping that it would end? How can I feel the same now that I've grown so old? And how can I trust in the truth when I can't hear it from you? Why did she go? And why did she leave? Walking down towards a path, heading for the robber's den. It seems unfair, who's to say that this shouldn't be a last day? Why did she go? And why did she leave? Searching through the pain for something to hold on to, a lifesaver, Lord to God, and it feels so good and so true. Sometimes I can't believe what I see people do and what I see myself do. When confusion is a faith in uncertainty, a certain faith, a certain faith, a certain faith. I know she's gone. She's in God's hands, and I found peace again, and I found